worst intro in the world, but I am the Fakie Spaceman. Welcome to the Fakie Spaceman show, where we're just gonna chill out and talk about some fakie ponies that have recently come into my herd. Yeah, I'm excited about this one. This one is pretty different. First off, her color scheme, orange with yellow hair, not a common color scheme. Got a little flower symbol there. This mold uses a little molded medallion on the neck there. It's not painted. I'm assuming in whatever the original version of this was probably painted. I have others like it. They're in a pearlescent color, but this is just a matte orange. But I think she's really pretty, and I believe she came from Poland. Now this is cat world problems. The baby Unipeg. I've used the word Unipeg or Pegacorn interchangeably with the term that most other people use incorrectly, which is alicorn. And alicorn is actually a unicorn's horn. That's it, the unicorn's horn. It was misused in the 1970s in some sources, and then the My Little Pony community latched onto it. I don't like that. No one else cares, and I understand that, but I'm going to use the terms Unipeg or Pegacorn. Thank you for listening to my little rant. Oh, I wanted to say some more things about this one, though. So this mold was originally used by Simba in the 80s. The more recent releases of this baby model, the eyes are very different. She goes with, this is the Unipeg mom, also, yeah, used by Simba in the 80s, used by Geigo most recently. And this is a painted eye version. Most of the more recent ones by Geigo have that inset speed glassy eye. So I think these two are mommy and baby. They have similar eyes, so I think they're super cute together. Now this one I'm just showing as an example. This is a legitimate Chap Mei fakie. They come with these chrome-coated accessories that always discolor the body, so they're almost impossible to find without discoloration marks. But they are marked Chap Mei and China on the hull. Now this is a fakie version of a Chap Mei. The plastic is a lot thinner and cheaper, and the hair is a lot thinner and cheaper too. Interestingly, she has the same neckband design. It is a matte plastic finish though, not the chrome finish, so it is not prone to the discoloration that the Chap Mei originals are. As a comparison of the front hooves, I'm just showing because some fakies of this mold, they have different widths of hooves, so that's something to keep an eye on when you're sorting them. And there are no hoof markings on this fakie. Now, this is a legitimate Chap Mei baby. As you can see, there's the discoloration marks from that chrome saddle. She is marked Chap Mei and China on the hooves also. And it's like solid plastic, not hollow inside, and a single piece with rooted tail. Now, this is a fakie baby Chap Mei. Again, plastic is a lot cheaper. You can just squish them. Rooted tail. It's kind of a comparison shot. I'm getting into something a little different. These are not fantasy colored ponies, but they are cute, so I include some more realistic colored ponies in my herd. And these are modern Pony in My Pockets. That line has gone through a few variations and a few manufacturers throughout the years. I think early mid-90s was when I collected Kitty in My Pocket, and there was Pony in My Pocket back then too. These ones are by Jack Specific, I think, from maybe the last 10-15 years, longer ago than I think it should be. This one's interesting, maybe not really, but she's a Barbie Magic of Pegasus mini Pegasus. Unless she's a fakie of that, there are fakie versions of these floating around. Most of them you can tell by the type of plastic and the make that they're quite different from the Mattel versions. This one feels more like a Mattel version, but the quality of the eye paint, it's not great, and I'm wondering if this one is a knockoff that copies the Mattel version pretty well. This is just a set of 3 finger puppets that I thought were so cute. The details on these are nice. They're all different designs. I suppose I should try them on my fingers because they're finger puppets. We're ponies. I'm not very good at acting. Thanks, bye. I hope you like my little puppet show. This is another classic fakie from the 80s by Soma. This is one of the babies. This was a flocked version. The flocking is very badly worn. Interesting thing about Somas is they have a molded, unpainted tail, as you can see here. This baby also has some molded hair details, especially on the bangs, but also some rooted hair. It has the type where the pink has dry rotted out with age. So they do have the Soma marking, but it's covered up by the flocking, so you can't see anything. This one's eyes are pretty badly worn. This side is a little better. Here's another flocked one. This is a flocked by Geigo, which is unusual. I just recently started finding these. So this is a lady baby, and that has its origins in the 80s Simba ponies as well. These came with a sweetheart sister type fakie, and these are the lady babies. This version also comes on flocked. It's one of the common versions, but this one is flocked. So that makes her pretty special. Taking a break from ponies, but I got this super cute kitty in a lot of fakies recently. I haven't looked up what he is from yet, but I think he's super cute and I really like him. This one is pretty rare. This is a Buddy L fakie, like the Magic Talk to Me ponies from, I think that was mid to late 80s. And this is a baby, which you don't see too often. The adults are fairly common, but these babies don't show up too often. It had some light up features at the time, but of course the battery is out, and I don't know how you would take this apart. The neck seam is glued down good, and there's no battery compartment accessible. This is the blue version. She's got a little bonnet, or the lacy trim of a bonnet for saddle, a little light on top, and a little bow on her neck, and then little baby booties. So she's super cute. 1991 Buddy L, made in China. This is another fakie of a fakie. It's based off the Keenway My Princess pony. The originals are a little larger than this, and they have jointed legs. This is a knockoff version that shows up occasionally, but she's cute. They're made in two halves, so that seam is pretty visible on this one. This is a Fisher-Price dollhouse pony. They made this with rooted hair and more fantasy colors for the Once Upon a Dream line, but this is just the basic dollhouse version with molded hair and normal colors, but still super cute. This is a UK pony. It's from the brand Early Learning Center, and the line is Rosie's World, which is a little girl doll. They're kind of similar in size and shape to Strawberry Shortcake, so I kind of put them in that category. And they have some pet ponies. She's named Bluebell. She is in fact lavender in color with purple mane and tail, and her body is a bit discolored from where the saddle and bridle were, but she's super pretty. Now, these two are fakies by the company Long Key. I have not found out much about this company. These are the baby versions, the adult versions, but it's more noticeable that they're based off of the Chap Meis. So they're super cute. They don't turn up too often. Most of the time I find them in lots from the UK. And of course a standard Remco fakie, one of the classic fakie lines. This one has the dry rotted orange hair, of course. She's pretty beat up, but I like her. She's gonna hang out in the herd. This is a fakie of a fakie, based on a Remco baby with yarn hair. It appears to be original. If you look on the inside, the rooting pattern looks pretty factory made. This is another fakie of a Remco. She's very pink. She looks pretty normal, pretty standard. This one is unusual in that she has a company marking on the hoof that is not Remco. She is marked Fairland Toy. So I have one other marked Fairland, but that's pretty uncommon to come across one like that. This is a nice Remco fakie. She's got a single heart on either side. Nice rainbow hair that is fully intact. This is a cute little fakie. The color scheme and everything is clearly based on the Lanard party ponies. As you can see, they even have the one different colored hoof. She's got the butterfly on her forehead and cutie mark on one side. I don't usually use the word cutie mark. I don't really like it. I prefer to call them symbols or anything other than cutie mark, but I will occasionally slip into cutie mark. Here's a modern fantasy horse, but she's pretty and she definitely has a place in our herd. This is a fakie of a fakie, a Lanard adult walking pose. She's kind of creepy looking on this side because she's missing an eye. Still looks pretty scary on this side with the eye, but we love her anyway. This pose is kind of similar. In this pose. I kind of grouped them together in my herd. This is an unusual one I just got in a lot from Canada. Kind of getting G3 vibes from it, a little more slender in the neck. Rooted hair, that fringed hoof marking. No markings on the hoof, but there is like a peg hole, so it looks like she may be attached to something. This is a Unipeg by W.A. Jacob Toymaker. Typically find these in lots from the UK and Australia. I think this is a really cute, unusual design. It's not directly based off of any existing pony out there. We've got the translucent wings. These can sometimes come off because they're a separate piece. They're glued on pretty securely, but for kids that doesn't really stop them. Pretty molded bridle. And this one has very frizzy hair, but we love her anyway. This one, she's, I think, considered a pretty boring fakie that most people overlook. She's actually based on a Spanish pony by a company called Famosa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This fakie version typically shows up with this 3-bow symbol. I do have a few that have a different symbol, but a lot of the time you're going to see her purple or pink with this bow symbol. This is the fakie version. It's not Famosa, and this shows up more commonly than the Famosa. If you have a legitimate Famosa, it'll say so on the bottom of the mane on the neck here. Thanks for going through these fakies with me. My voice is kind of terrible because I have a cold. This is like the one day in a year that I have off work and my son is at school, so I actually have a chance to record this. It's probably terrible, but it's my first video of this type. If you're interested in more, leave a like, comment. If you need any fakies identified, go ahead, send me pictures. I'll do my best to guide you in the right direction. Okay, see you next time. Bye.